Okay, I'm back, you guys. I'm back. I thought I could like put y'all on pause or hold and talk to him. He uh he say he ready to leave for college, y'all, but I'm gonna do a little clowning right now. He's claim he ready for college, but he leave here and he left his door key. And so I had to get up and go let him in. That's what that whole situation was about. He just came from football practice. He playing league ball. Um, so I had to get up and let him in. I told him, you gotta do this when you gone, because you can be in trouble. So where was I? I said, okay, remember I said, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, all these things. If you guys stay on the journey with me, you guys are gonna get to see me do a lot of things like hair and nails, and I might even wear a little makeup from time to time. Shopping. I do frequent the casino sometimes, so if they let me, or if I can sneak and do it, yeah, I might get some content like that. Of course, and then, of course, talking about the how a 30-year marriage disintegrated, right? And what due to partially, in part, I'm sorry, a prison sentence and what could have probably been saved just by going to counseling. In my own humble opinion, that's how I feel. And of course, I'll have content about my life when I was younger, how I ended up getting married at 16, how I ended up with 2 kids at 16, all that good stuff. We'll talk about all that good stuff. Like I said, as long as it's pertaining to me, I'm an open book. If you guys have any questions, concerns, anything, just hit me up and I'll gladly address them to the best of my knowledge and my understanding. That's all I can give you. I can't give you any more than that, right? I had to talk to my daughter mainly because when I am interviewed, it's going to affect her more than anyone else. And so I just wanted to make sure to give her a heads up, not really to ask for her permission, but to give her a heads up so she could prepare herself and her family. My daughter is married with 7 children, so this will affect every last one of them. This interview is going to affect my entire family because I'm going to talk about things that nobody knew, not even my ex-husband. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. But more than anything, I hope that it helps someone, because even in what I'm going to talk about, counseling is key. It keeps coming back to that. Counseling is key for a healthy life. It's key, especially if you've had any trauma. Okay? If you have been traumatized in any way, counseling is key for you to become grounded. And when I say grounded, I think of grounded going both ways, whether you mountaintop or valley low. You still need to be grounded. If you mountaintop, you need to be grounded enough to understand what goes up, it can come down, right? And if you are in the valley low, you need to be grounded to not get stuck there. And to remember 2 things for me. And again, disclaimer, I am not a licensed counselor. Everything that I tell you is from personal experience, okay? And it's what worked for me, right? You need to be grounded when you're in the valley low so that you don't waddle there and get stuck there. So I tell myself 2 things. When things are not going the way that I think they should go, I say 2 things to myself. Girl, look here. It won't always be like this. Better days are coming. That's 1, right? And Remember where you came from and how you thought you wouldn't live past that. You wouldn't make it through it. And yet here you are. For years and years and years of my life, many people told me that I would not live to see 16. People spoke things into my life and over my life about me not living to be 16. So to go from a person that people viewed to be so horrible that life would be cut short before I was ever even an adult by age, right? So to go to that and to be approaching 50, I stay grounded in knowing that no matter how bad things may look or seem, as long as I'm living, as long as I'm breathing, there is a chance to turn it around. There is a chance to turn it around. I stand on that. I stand on that. We're going to talk about religion, tradition, and why me personally, person who has pastored and ministered, didn't pastor for long because I got here to start a church and the pandemic hit. So I think I had 3 services tops, right? But I've been a minister for as long as I can remember being on this side of salvation, even though, starting off I wasn't ordained and I later became an ordained minister. I'm going to talk about why I don't believe in organized religion, right? I'm going to talk about why I said don't come from my relationship with God, because that's a personal thing. The Bible is a blueprint, but your relationship is a personal thing with God, and your relationship is not going to look like the next person's relationship. So there's no one size fit all when it comes to relationship with God. I'm not talking about holiness. I'm not talking about studying. I'm talking about your relationship. There's no one size fit all. Please don't let anybody sell you that, because it's not true. It's not true. You have to work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling. I'm no ordinary Christian. You're going to hear me say that a whole lot. Don't put me in no box. Don't box me in. Don't put me in no box, because if you put me in a box, if you put me on a pedestal, I will disappoint you every time. Not that I set out to, but it's just kind of designed that way. So I don't want you to do that. I am a work in progress. I will make mistakes, okay? I will do things that set you off, that set me off sometimes. So I'm not perfect, right? So please don't make me perfect. Please don't make me an idol. Please don't do anything like that, because I will disappoint you, right? I'm telling you now, I will disappoint you if you do that. If you put me in a box and if you put me on a pedestal, I will disappoint you. And I don't want to disappoint you, but if that's what you begin to do and begin to think of me, that is what will happen. So let's not get there. Let's not go there, right? Traumatic experiences should be de-escalated, desensitized, worked out professionally. That's how I feel about it. Okay, I lost something. I lost something that I never thought I would lose, right? I lost something that I never thought I would lose. I thought we would be together forever. I did. And we're not. And we're not going to ever be back. I know you should never say never. That's why I said ever. Get back together. That's how it is. That's what it is. And that's why I said you have to be careful not to be so toxic that it's unfixable. And that's what ended up happening. Things were done that were unforgivable or unforgettable. Even though I can forgive, I cannot forget. And so that's hard. That's really hard because I don't know what happened, whether it was sickness, I don't know what happened that, because I always thought he was a very good person. So something went wrong and I don't know exactly what, right? I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is I did everything in my power to save my marriage, and it didn't work. And I think for something as simple as one, a prison sentence, and two, not addressing the damage that professionally, the damage that prison sentence did, and then what hurts more than anything was the effect that it had on my children. That hurts me. That hurts me to my core. That hurts me. Because as a mother, I never want to cause my children pain. I never want to be present and they're being hurt and I'm not doing anything to stop it. Right? I live in my truth. I did not respond to what they were going through properly in a timely manner because I was ill-equipped. I was truly immature when it came to the situation. I had no clue what to do. So my purpose for doing what I'm doing now is in the hopes of saving someone from going through what I went through. That's what I hope to do, to save someone from that. And so this is the only way I know how to do it. And so that's why I'm doing it this way. So I hope that someone finds what I'm doing informative and it helps them to not have to suffer like I suffered and for as long as I suffered. Because we're going to talk about childhood issues, parents that I felt were horrible parents until I came to a certain point in my life and I got an understanding of parenting. We're going to talk about molestation. We're going to talk about rape. We're going to talk about gang rape. We're going to talk about gang banging, hopelessness, helplessness. What do you do after divorce? How do you address being near 50 and being single? Empty nester. My grandbabies, what they did for me, because I love all 10 of my grandchildren. But there is one grandchild that brought me back from a really dark place. And that is another thing that no one knows. And so now they'll have an understanding of why this particular kid, because this kid is not the first grandkid. It's not the first grandson or granddaughter, not the last. The position this kid has when it comes to the count is a really weird place. So there's like none of the normal things that you would say, but it was because the time, the dark place that I was in, and the fact that the love this kid showed me, and the love that I was able to show this kid. And I'm saying this kid because I just don't want to give any hints off to who it is, even though I'm pretty sure my kid's gonna be like, we know who you talking about, but you guys don't. So he really did. Oh, I'm gonna edit that out. I am. This kid really helped me get to a better place. And it's been years, and we are still very close. We're still very close, even though we don't live in the same house together. We don't even live in the same state. And that won't give anything away, because there's only one grandchild that I have live in the house with me, in the state with me. So that's not giving much away. And for me to say it was years, anybody know that grandchild knows that it's not that one. So we're gonna talk about that. Just come on this journey with me. Come on this ride with me, and we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna have some jokes. We're gonna have some jokes, especially when it comes to talking about my mother. My mother is off the chain. She is still off the chain, and she is approaching 80, and she is no joke. She is no joke. We're gonna talk about her. I think that's probably going to be the funniest part of the whole conversation. She gonna be the funniest part, honey, because she's something else. So that's it for now. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it, because there are so many people that you could watch, so many places that you could gather your information from. I'm glad you chose here. Love y'all. Until next time. Bye.